There he is, outdoorsman Lance Boulder. He's going to start out where he is now, here on the coast of this island, and attempt to make his way across a lot of territory he's never seen before. He's going to do this in order to find and climb the highest mountain on the island. It's a difficult journey. Will he get hopelessly lost? Will he ever...
What? How can I get lost? I've got a map. I'm going to start here, go west, and end up here. Easy. See you later.
It looks like he's starting out now. We can only hope for the...
Hey, what happened? Where'd this water come from? It isn't on my map.
There seem to be a few bodies of water and landforms missing from your map. They're what we call physical features. Would you like to see a map that has more information on it?
I'd like to see one that shows where the bodies of water are.
All right, here it is. I'll color the bodies of water on it blue so it's easy to tell where they are. This is the ocean all around the island. You started out here on this coast, and this is where you are now.
Funny-looking lake.
This is a lake over here, a body of water completely surrounded by land. The part you're in, this, is a bay. That's a small part of the ocean that juts into the land. Up here is a gulf. That's a large part of the ocean that juts into the land.
How about getting me out of this water? Thank you. But now I'm back where I started. I guess to get to the other side of the bay, I'll have to go around it.
You can go around it. The landform you're on is called a peninsula. That's a long piece of land extending into a body of water. It's attached to the main landform here.
I see. So I can get off the peninsula by going this way, and then I can go between the gulf and the lake here. That's what I'm going to do. Bye. Now that I'm past the lake, there are no more bodies of water. The rest is easy.
Would you like your map to show any other physical features?
What for? Look at this area. Nice and flat. No problems.
That's called a plain. A plain is low, flat land that's usually very large. But plains don't go on forever, you know.
Now what? A rock wall? What's this?
That's part of a physical feature called a plateau. A plateau is a flatland like a plain, but higher and often with steep sides. This one happens to be thousands of feet high.
Well, I'm still trying to go that way. You mean I have to get up onto the plateau?
Here's a map of the island. You're right here. Different colors on this map stand for different regions, as you can see by looking at the legend. The green part is the plain you just crossed. The yellow area is the plateau in front of you, and the brown shows the location of the mountains you're trying to get to.
The yellow area is the plateau? But that's just this part here. Then I don't have to go over the plateau. It looks like I can go around it.
Correct.
Terrific. See you later. Now that I'm around the plateau, I can see that I've just about reached the mountains. But wait a minute. I want to climb the highest mountain here. How can I tell which mountain that is? This map shows that there are 3 mountains, and it shows where the mountains are, but not much else. How about a map that shows me which one's the highest?
Okay, let's make it a map that shows just the mountain area, like this.
Now the mountains aren't just brown, there are a lot of colors.
This is an elevation map. Look at the legend. On an elevation map, colors have a different meaning than they do on the map you've been looking at. To see what those colored areas mean, let's look at just one mountain. In fact, let's look at it directly from the side. This slope of the mountain goes all the way down to the sea, here. So this line represents sea level, 0 elevation. And the highest point on the mountain is at an elevation of 10,000 feet. That is 10,000 feet above sea level. Now, suppose we cut the mountain horizontally into 5 sections that are each the same thickness. That would give us 5 layers, like the layers of a cake. The cuts are these lines. Remember that each cut is really perfectly horizontal. That means that every point on each line is at the same elevation above sea level.
We really cut up the mountain?
Well, not really. Just imagine it. You'll see why. The whole mountain is 10,000 feet high, and we've chosen to make 5 layers of equal thickness out of it, so each layer is 2,000 feet high. We color the layers like this. Now, this color represents the part of the mountain that goes from sea level to 2,000 feet. This color stands for the section of mountain that's between 2,000 and 4,000 feet. And so on, up to the last section, 8,000 to 10,000 feet. Now, to show which color stands for what, we make a legend like this. You can see that tan, for instance, stands for the part of the mountain that's between 4,000 and 6,000 feet above sea level.
Yes, but what good is all this?
Well, suppose we turn the mountain so we're looking at it from directly above. That's the way you would see it on an elevation map.
Oh, I see. The colored areas show the elevations of the different parts.
Correct. The brown area, for instance, still stands for the part of the mountain that's between 6,000 and 8,000 feet above sea level, as you can see from the legend. Each colored area still represents a section of the mountain between cuts.
I see.
Of course, elevation maps can be made to show plains and plateaus, too. Let's go back to the elevation map of just the mountains. Can you tell which mountain is the highest?
Let's see. Here's one mountain, here's another, and here's another. But this is the only one with a white area. That's 8,000 to 10,000 feet high. So this one has to be the highest. And that's the one I'm next to now.
Exactly right.
Great. Finally, I know which mountain to climb. Now I can get started climbing it. But it looks awfully steep. Can you show me how to use the map to find the easiest way up?
Well, let's look closely at just the mountain you want to climb. Let's take away the colors and just look at these lines we made when we cut through the mountain. They're called contour lines. We can write in the elevation for each contour line because, as you know, every point on each of these lines is at the same elevation. For instance, this tells you that every point on this line is at 2,000 feet above sea level. Every point on this line is at 4,000 feet, and so on. Now, let's look at this mountain from the top. Maps like this that show elevations without using colors are called contour maps.
But can I use this map to find the easiest route up the mountain?
Yes. Notice that here the contour lines are close together, and here they're further apart.
What does that mean?
Well, think about what you're seeing. When you look at this map, it's as if you're high above the mountain looking down at it. From up there, in some places the lines would look close together, and in other places they would look further apart.
I understand. Here, the lines look close together. That's where the side of the mountain is very steep. And here, on this side that isn't so steep, the lines look farther apart. So the parts of the mountain where the contour lines are farthest apart would probably be the easiest to climb.
Right. Now, do you think you can use this map to find an easy path to the top? You're here, and this is the highest point where you want to end up.
Sure. First, I'd want to get over here. I'd try to follow this line so I don't have to change elevation very much. And then I'd take this easy slope up to the top.
Very good.
Terrific. I made it. I got where I was going. Thanks for helping me understand physical features. Now, see that island over that way? Would you mind putting me there? Thank you. There's another mountain on the other side of this island, and I'm going to climb that one, too. I've got my map right here. See?
But your map doesn't show any
Bye.
physical features. Oh, well.